I'm going to be talking about the quotes that I found interesting from chapter 3 and 4. The first one from chapter 3 is found in section 3.1, Communicating Clear Verbal Messages. It is people interpret verbal messages by having either denotative or connotative meaning. As the text is defined, denotative meaning would be the interpretation of the interpreting literally, and whereas connotative meaning would be interpreting based on a personal experience, which could vary from the definition found in the dictionary that would be used in the denotative interpretation. This quote gives a great example of how different styles in communicating could cause misinterpretation or miscommunication between two. For instance, if two people were listening to a message from an individual and they just chose to interpret it differently, they would get two complete different meanings of what that individual was saying. The next quote that I chose to talk about is found in section 3.2, Communicating Supportive Verbal Messages. This quote is, "What makes the difference in the climate of a workplace is the communication that is used in it." First of all, this of course stresses the importance of communication, and I think the author also demonstrates that the communication used in a work environment sets a tone for it. For instance, if you communicate well with others, they're able to communicate well with you, and so on and so forth. If you were to look at a workplace environment that has good communication versus one with bad, you could tell a difference. One more note on that. The environment is reflective of the individuals in it, and so you're getting what you give in a situation such as that. You need to communicate well in order to be able to allow others to communicate well with you. Okay, and for chapter 4 now, the first one that I chose is found in section 4.1.2, Listening Problems. The quote is, "One day after hearing something, most people only remember about half of what was said. 2 days later, our listening comprehension dropped by another 50%. So this means that after 2 days, we only have, on average, about 25% remembered of a message that we heard. And to me, this is extremely interesting because it shows just how hard it is for some people to remember and why there's difficulties in the listening process in the first place. The author says demonstrates the idea that this could mean that people listening don't use their time appropriately or effectively where they would be able to remember if they were. And yeah, I just found that quote very interesting. And the second quote that I chose to talk about is, I couldn't find the section that it was under. It was in my notes, but I couldn't find it. I know it's in there. Both listening and hearing require us to convert information into knowledge or to make sense out of out of what we are hearing from another person. So although the chapter starts with discussing how the two concepts are different, it still links a common idea and concept and process that both are trying to accomplish. It just defines the commonalities between the two terms very well, I found. And yes, I believe that is it. Thank you.